Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be reviewing a fragrance that has become very popular in recent years, and that is L'Interdit by Givenchy. So this fragrance, I'm going to give a quick background on how I came to acquire this one. I literally ramble so much that I'm sorry. Okay, so basically it was my, I think, 18th birthday. I say 18th birthday like that was like 5 years ago. No, that was like a few months ago. Like I literally just turned 18.
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Anyways, I went to Ulta to smell a bunch of different fragrances because I wanted to pick one out that I wanted for my birthday. And then so I tested a bunch of fragrances. They were all okay. I kind of went through a lot of the super mainstream, popular, famous ones, like Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Versace, Eros. None of them really spoke to me. They all smelled very generic, and I feel like I just didn't find a fragrance that really clicked for me. And then so I was about to give up. Had gone through all the fragrances. I didn't really find anything that I loved. And then on one of the bottom shelves, I picked this up and I gave it a spray, and I instantly fell in love with it. I had never smelled anything like this. So if you're looking for something very statement and very not generic, honestly, I think we all know that classic Macy's cosmetics mall perfume aisle, just that typical female sweet floral expensive perfume smell. We all know what that smells like. This is not that. Yeah, I mean, let's just go over the notes. Also, a quick disclaimer, before I get into it, this is the Eau de Toilette, not the Eau de Parfum, even though they smell identical to me. I literally can't tell them apart, but this is the Eau de Toilette, so it is shorter lasting. So the top notes are poppy, the middle notes are tuberose, orange blossom, and musk, and the base notes are patchouli and vetiver. So very simple, but as we can see, there's just a lot of white florals, and it's very green. There's just a lot of earthy florals. Before I literally even say anything, this has one of the best atomizers I've ever used, out of any fragrance. This and Dior Sauvage. I've never used a fragrance that has had an atomizer that's topped that. It is so smooth. It's the typical atomizer is just a pff, but this one's a pff, you know what I mean? It's so it really just mists it so gracefully. It smells, on the initial scent, it smells like grape candy. And I know that sounds kind of weird and kind of not what you would expect from just a list of all florals and earthy notes. But on the initial smell, it smells like this very sweet, very bright, luxurious grape candy. And then as you breathe it in, you kind of get a little more of that musky, earthy, just white floral, which, by the way, I don't like floral fragrances. The only type of florals that I do like are white florals. So again, this really fits perfectly into that, because it kind of dodges all the florals that I don't like. This smell, I don't quite know how to describe it, but it has a sort of lightness to it. It smells cold, if that makes sense. You know how some fragrances smell just you can tell it smells warm, and it almost feels like they change your body temperature to make it warmer. This is the opposite. It smells almost kind of icy to me. It has this lightness to it, and by light I don't mean light in terms of intensity, because this is a very well projecting fragrance, at least for me. But by lightness I mean airy, cold. Really does smell like this grape candy as you breathe it in, which I personally really like. I feel like that might not be be for everyone. But this is, I mean, it smells really beautiful. It is very, very sweet, and I think that lightness adds this layer of freshness to it, despite being very sweet, because typically sweet fragrances aren't ideal for like hotter weather. The lightness and airiness to it just gives it this like sense of like freshness, and I think it would work really year round. So I think this is just such an all-around really versatile fragrance. And yeah, so let's get into the reading. So again, I grade my fragrances based on their presentation, the smell, and the wear, so like the longevity and the projection. So as for the presentation, this is what the box looks like. It's very, I feel like, typical for a designer fragrance box. Very minimalistic, very classy. I really like it. That's what the inside looks like. And the bottle itself, I also think is really, really beautiful. It feels very luxurious. It's very like thick glass, and it has weight to it, which just makes it feel very high end. It also has this Givenchy emblem that has this kind of like elastic attached to the bottle, and then the cap is just this transparent like plastic, but like it's not like cheap plastic, it's like nice plastic. And then of course the atomizer, it is exceptional. It is seriously so good. So presentation, literally like very, very, very good. Okay, the smell itself. So this was the smell that I just like totally fell in love with, like love at first smell. Over the like past months of me just collecting a bunch of fragrances and like getting to smell so many different scents, this one, it's not like so far like beyond like everything that I've smelled, because I have also smelled other fragrances that I like just as much, some potentially even more. But I think what it is so captivating to me about the smell of this is that it's just so unique. I've never smelled that lightness, that coldness, that airiness in a fragrance like ever. It smells fresh while also being like very, very elegant. It to me is just a sweet floral done right. As for the wear, so we have to keep in mind that I got the Eau de Toilette, naturally going to be shorter lasting, but the longevity of this is not great. It just doesn't last, which is kind of surprising to me, because it's such like a bold and vibrant scent. But like on my skin, I guess it's okay, but like I feel like with this I get like maybe like 2 or 3 hours out of it of like projection, and then afterwards like I can like barely smell it on my skin. The sillage is really, really nice. It does leave this very delicious and beautiful trail behind you, and the projection is also really nice. Again, this is just a very confident, elegant, bright, sweet perfume. Like people are definitely going to smell this on you and you will get compliments on it, because it's very sweet and it smells very nice. I feel like it's definitely a crowd pleaser fragrance. But again, the longevity is where I'm getting issues, and I don't know if that's like a fair judgment to make, because again, this is the Eau de Toilette, and I can't judge it, or like I don't own the perfume, so I can't judge that. But I think the longevity of the Eau de Toilette does leave a little bit to be desired. It's okay. It's very good when you just spray it on. I feel like when right after you spray it, like those first like 30 minutes, I think that is where the wear of this fragrance is very, very exceptional. But then after that, it is a little bit lacking. Overall though, this again, this is one of my OG fragrances. Like I will always love this fragrance because the smell is so unique to me, and it's kind of like I will always like remember just like smelling it for the first time at Ulta and like being like, wow, you know what I mean? So overall, I give Givenchy Laundry a 4.5 out of 5. It's just an all-around very, very nice fragrance, just not that long-lasting. That concludes my review of Givenchy Laundry. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.